Since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, the federal government has been working hard to make sure that Americans are protected economically. The CARES Act is a $2 trillion stimulus package, which is the largest economic relief bill passed in history. This bill was signed into law on March 27, 2020, and Americans will start seeing the economic effects of it mid-April. This bill created temporary tax laws, which means at this point they are scheduled to last for a year or less. It was passed in an accelerated fashion through the House of Representatives, Congress, and then up to the executive office. To get to a place of fast bipartisan consensus, the bill, shepherded by the Treasury Secretary, came together through an addition rather than subtraction. The result is an 880-page piece of legislation stuffed with concessions for members of both parties, but one that can provide for American taxpayers quickly. A section of this bill includes a rebate to taxpayers. It is projected to include 94% of all taxpayers. The rebate is based on your 2019 tax return or your 2028 tax return if you have not yet filed. This is a one-time payout, although there have been some talks about another stimulus check coming in the future. This lump sum will go directly into the taxpayer's direct deposit account if on file, or sent out as a paper check if not. Individual taxpayers are going to receive $1,200. Married filing jointly will receive $2,400, and then families with children will receive $500 for each qualifying child. This rebate is not considered income, therefore is not taxable, and it is treated like any other refundable tax credits, such as the Earned Income Tax Credit. This relief has a couple of catches, as it leaves out some prominent groups who are affected by COVID. I know when I first heard of the stimulus check, I was all excited, and then I read the details. First, it leaves out any qualifying child over 17 years old. A qualifying child for purposes of taxes can be a full-time student like most of us are. Our parents are still able to claim us with little to no impact on us, but tax breaks for themselves. Usually, this does not pose a problem. However, the CARES Act dependent college students will not receive the additional $500, nor are they eligible for the $1,200 as an individual. The same situation applies for qualifying relatives, like an elder who is being supported by other family members. Immigrants without Social Security numbers will also not get a rebate. In addition, low-income Americans who make less than the required amount to file taxes, which is $12,200 as a single taxpayer, will not receive a refund. This leaves out about 15% of the American population, according to the 2018 taxes. Here's a graph that shows the phase-out for the rebate. The phase-out begins at $75,000 for an individual and $150,000 for married filing jointly. For any amount of adjusted gross income over that, the rebate is reduced by $5 for each $100 earned. As you can see on the graph, if you earn more than $99,000 as an individual, you will not be receiving a rebate check. If you earn more than $136,000 as head of household, you will not be receiving a rebate check. And if you earn more than $198,000 as married filing jointly, you will not receive a rebate check. Although college students were left out of the rebates, they may still be eligible for student loan fringe benefits through the CARES Act. Loan payments are suspended until September 2020. This is only applicable to public loans and not private loans taken out. Public loans are generally given through FAFSA, which I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with. This does not mean that you cannot pay them, it just means that you are not required to make further payments and will not be accruing interest on those payments until September. If you ended up making a payment in March, you may be eligible for a refund. Public Service Loan Forgiveness is a program through the federal government which Americans qualify for after making 120 monthly payments while simultaneously working for a qualifying employer. These are suspended until September as well, and according to the Department of Education, each suspended payment will be viewed as a qualifying payment per PSLF, as it would otherwise have met the program's requirements. I hope this presentation has given you guys a little insight on the rebates and the student loan fringe benefit. I hope everybody is staying healthy.